Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we're looking at something I think a lot of us are interested in,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
making money online.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got two sources that are pretty different.
Interesting.
So we'll see how this all comes together.
Yeah, it should be fun.
We've got this YouTube video and a Forbes article.
Okay.
YouTube video is from this guy, Chad Kimball.
All right.
And he's talking all about this Etsy strategy,
That's
like selling T-shirt designs on Etsy.
Oh, well,
But-
is that allowed?
Well, that's what's interesting. He calls it like an Etsy loophole.
Really?
So it's not like, actually making T-shirts.
Oh,
It's all
digital
giveaway.
T-shirts.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying you can use AI to make these huge packs designs.
AI, so like,
Yeah, so you don't have to be an artist or anything.
okay, that makes more sense.
And then you just sell them as downloads.
Interesting.
And he showed examples of people making like over $28,000 doing this.
Wow.
Yeah, one guy even said he made almost $39,000.
That's a lot of digital T-shirts.
I know, right?
So how does it work? Like, what are the actual steps?
Well, first you got to come up with ideas for the designs.
Right.
He says to use ChatGPT for that.
ChatGPT to design T-shirts.
Not exactly to design them,
Okay.
but to come up with the ideas.
Oh, okay.
Like what to tell the AI art generator to make.
So you're using like multiple AIs for this whole thing.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting.
So you use ChatGPT to brainstorm, and then you use something like Leonardo.
Leonardo?
Yeah, it's one of those AI art generators.
Okay.
Or Runway ML.
There's so many of them these days.
I know. So
Yeah.
you plug those ideas from ChatGPT into one of those.
And it spits out T-shirt designs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you put all the designs on Google Drive,
Yeah.
make a PDF with the link to the folder.
And you sell that on Etsy?
Yep.
A PDF?
A PDF with the Google Drive link.
It's clever, I guess.
Right.
But wouldn't that take forever? Like to make thousands of designs?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Even with AI, it seems like a ton of work.
And what about like the quality? Are all those AI designs actually good?
That's a good point.
And even if they are, what if everyone starts doing this?
Right. Then it's not really a loophole anymore.
Exactly. It'd be like a flooded market.
Yeah.
So maybe this Etsy thing isn't the golden ticket, it seems.
Maybe not.
So let's look at this Forbes article.
Okay, yeah.
It takes more of a big picture look at making money online.
So kind of the opposite of that very specific Etsy strategy.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
This article lays out like a top 10 list of ways to make money online.
Top 10, huh? Should be interesting.
It is. They cover everything from affiliate marketing to drop shipping
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
to like social media influencing and even this thing called AI content editing.
AI content editing, that's a new one.
Right. It's like the flip side of using AI to write.
So instead of replacing writers, AI is creating jobs for editors.
Yeah, basically.
Huh, interesting.
But with all these options,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even know where to start?
That's true. It can feel overwhelming.
Right. Like, where do you even begin?
Yeah,
I guess you got to figure out what you're actually interested in first.
that makes sense.
Like, if you're passionate about something, it'll feel less like work.
Totally.
And you're more likely to stick with it even when it gets tough.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you got to think about your skills.
Right, like what are you already good at?
Yeah, like, are you a writer, a designer, a tech person?
Those are all good starting points.
So maybe instead of trying to do everything,
You focus on what you're already good at.
exactly, and build from there.
Makes sense.
So it's like we had these two completely different approaches here.
Yeah, totally different.
You've got this very specific Etsy loophole thing.
Which might not be so sustainable.
Right. And the Forbes article is all about exploring different options.
And finding what works for you.
Exactly.
Tough choice.
I know, right? So which one are you leaning towards?
Well, before we decide, I think we should talk about the potential downsides.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
What could go wrong with each of these?
Okay, let's break that down.
Let's do it. So where do we want to go from here?
Well, I think we should dig into some of those specific methods from the Forbes article.
Yeah, good idea. There were a lot of them.
There were. I think for this deep dive, let's focus on a couple that stood out to me.
Okay, sounds good.
I was really intrigued by affiliate marketing and drop shipping.
Oh, yeah, those are both really popular right now.
And they seem to have a lot more potential for like long-term growth.
Definitely more than that Etsy thing.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start with affiliate marketing.
Okay,
To be honest, I'm a little fuzzy on how it all works.
sure, no problem. So basically, affiliate marketing is all about partnering with a company
Okay.
that sells products or services,
Huh.
and you promote their stuff to your audience.
So like on my website or social media.
Exactly. And
Right.
then you earn a commission for every sale that comes from your referral.
So I'm kind of like a middleman,
Yeah, you should say that.
connecting customers with businesses.
Exactly.
That's
Oh.
interesting.
And the best part is you don't have to create your own products.
Oh, right.
You don't have to deal with inventory or shipping or anything like that.
So I just focus on the marketing.
Pretty much.
That sounds a lot easier than making thousands of t-shirt designs.
Yeah, definitely less time consuming.
And I guess it'd be good for someone who's just starting out.
Right, because you don't need a lot of upfront investment.
You just need an audience,
Well, yeah, you need some way to reach potential customers.
like a blog or a social media following.
Exactly.
So it does kind of tie back to what we were saying about skills.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like if you're a good writer,
Mm.
you could do affiliate marketing through your blog,
Mm.
or if you're good at social media, you could use that.
Totally.
It's all about using what you're already good at.
Right, and finding a way to monetize it.
But I guess the key is to actually recommend good products,
Yeah, you have to be genuine.
like things you actually believe in.
Exactly.
Otherwise, people will see right through it.
You lose their trust.
And then nobody's going to buy anything.
Nope.
So it's got to be authentic.
For sure. So how do you think this compares to that Etsy strategy?
Well, for one thing, you're not creating anything yourself with affiliate marketing.
Right, you're just promoting other people's products,
Exactly.
which means you have less control.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But also less responsibility.
That's the trade-off.
Right.
You're relying on someone else to handle the quality and the customer service and all that.
So you really got to make sure you're partnering with good companies.
Absolutely. Companies you trust.
Okay, so that's affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
What about drop shipping?
All right, so drop shipping is similar in that you don't handle any inventory,
Okay.
but instead of just promoting someone else's products,
You're actually selling them.
yeah, you create your own online store
Okay.
and you partner with a supplier who ships the products directly to your customers.
So I'm like the storefront,
Exactly.
but the supplier does all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yep, they handle the storage and the shipping and all that.
That's pretty cool.
It is. It's a really popular model for e-commerce.
And you can sell anything, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You just need to find the right supplier.
Okay, so like I could have a drop shipping store for,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, let's say handmade jewelry.
Okay.
I partner with a jewelry maker
Yeah.
who ships the pieces directly to my customer.
Exactly.
And I just handle the marketing and customer service.
Yep, and building your website and all that.
So it's like having your own business without actually making anything.
Yeah, kinda.
But you still need to know how to run an online store
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and market your products and handle customer inquiries and all that.
It's not as passive as it might seem at first,
Definitely not.
but it does offer a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, you can really choose any niche you want
Exactly.
as long as you can find a supplier for it.
And as long as there's actually a demand for it.
Right, you got to make sure people actually want to buy what you're selling.
That's key.
So how does drop shipping compare to that Etsy strategy?
Well, one big difference is the level of investment.
Like money.
Yeah, drop shipping usually requires more upfront capital to
Right.
create your store and source products and all that.
And you're dealing with physical products this time.
Right, not just digital downloads.
So you have to think about shipping times and product quality and returns.
All those logistical things.
It seems a lot more complicated than the Etsy thing,
It can be.
but maybe also more rewarding.
Potentially, yeah.
Like you're building a real business.
Right, it's not just a side hustle.
It's something you could really grow.
Exactly.
So both drop shipping and affiliate marketing seem to have more long-term potential,
Than the Etsy method, yeah.
but they also require more effort and more know-how.
Definitely.
It's not just about finding a quick loophole.
It's about building something sustainable.
Something you can be proud of.
Exactly. So we've looked at this Etsy thing.
Yeah, this very specific strategy,
Yeah, and then these broader approaches.
like affiliate marketing and drop shipping.
And it seems like there's no one right answer.
Definitely not. There's no magic formula for making money online.
It really comes down to you.
Your skills, your interests.
Your willingness to put in the work.
Yeah, there's no such thing as passive income.
Even that Etsy thing, it still takes effort.
Right. You got to be creative. You got to manage it. You got to stay on top of things.
And it might not even work long term.
Exactly.
So it's really important to pick something you're passionate about.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because when things get tough,
And they will get tough.
that passion is going to keep you going.
It's going to be your fuel.
Exactly.
So it's not just about the money. It's about finding something you love.
Something that aligns with your values.
Something you can see yourself doing long term.
Yeah, it's got to be sustainable.
But speaking of challenges,
Oh, yeah, there are plenty of those.
what are some of the things people should watch out for?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is distraction.
Oh, yeah. The internet's full of distractions.
So many shiny objects promising easy money.
Get rich quick schemes.
Exactly. And it's easy to get sucked in.
Yeah, you got to stay focused on your goals.
And be realistic about what it takes to succeed.
No shortcuts.
Yep.
And competition is tough out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everyone's trying to make money online.
So you got to find a way to stand out.
whether it's through your product, your marketing, your brand,
You got to offer something unique.
something that sets you apart from the crowd.
And you got to be willing to constantly learn and adapt.
The online world is always changing.
That's for sure.
So what advice would you give to someone who's just starting out?
That's a good question.
Like, what are the most important things to focus on?
I would say build a strong foundation.
What does that mean exactly?
Invest in your skills.
Like writing, marketing, design, coding.
All those things are valuable.
And learn how to create great content.
Content is king.
Reach your target audience.
Build a brand people trust.
Yeah, those are all important.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Oh, yeah. There's so many resources out there.
Online courses, communities, mentors.
You don't have to do it all alone.
Exactly. Find your people.
And remember, success takes time.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
There will be ups and downs.
But if you're passionate and persistent,
You can achieve anything.
that's the truth.
So to all our listeners out there who are dreaming of online success,
We believe in you.
go for it. Find your passion.
Put in the work.
And never give up.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll be talking about your story right here on the Deep Dive.
That's a great goal to aim for.
All right, everyone, that's all for this Deep Dive.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time.
Keep diving deep.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going deep today.
Wow.
Yeah. It's something I keep seeing everywhere.
Oh,
Reading
really?
money online, selling digital t-shirt designs.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we've got this YouTube video
Okay.
breaking down like this supposedly foolproof method, and then a Forbes article looking at
Okay.
the wider world of online side hustles.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking, can these like two perspectives
Yeah.
help us figure out if this t-shirt thing is legit or just another internet fad?
Yeah, it's definitely an intriguing intersection
Yeah.
of creativity and commerce.
Okay.
You know, the YouTube video really plays up the simplicity.
Yeah.
Use ChatGPT to come up with the t-shirt slogans,
Okay.
and then an AI image generator,
Okay.
like Leonardo or Runway ML, to actually create the designs.
Okay, so they're not selling actual t-shirts.
No, no.
They're selling the designs.
Yeah, they're using what they call an Etsy loophole
What?
to sell these huge packs of AI-generated designs
Okay.
as like downloadable files.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video makes it sound like almost too easy.
Right.
Find a trending niche,
Mm-hmm.
generate thousands of designs,
Yep.
slap them in a Google Drive folder, and like watch the cash roll in.
Easy peasy.
They even showed this spy tool
Oh, wow.
that lets you see how much other Etsy shops
Really?
are making with this method.
Interesting.
One
Yeah.
person was supposedly pulling in over $38,000 a month.
Wow.
But part of me is like, is this sustainable?
That's a great question.
If everyone jumps on this,
Yeah.
won't the market just get flooded
Right.
with like generic AI designs?
That's a great question. And it gets to the heart of what the Forbes article
Okay.
highlights the importance of building a sustainable online business.
Hmm.
The article doesn't mention this specific t-shirt design method,
Okay.
but it talks about the need for authenticity and genuine value
Go.
in any online venture.
So you're saying
Yeah.
simply churning out these mass-produced designs,
Yeah.
even if they're AI generated,
Right.
might not be enough to stand out
Exactly.
in like a crowded marketplace?
That's the thing.
So maybe it's not just about quantity,
Uh-huh.
but also about quality and finding a niche.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to appeal to everyone
Right.
with generic designs,
Yeah.
you'd need to target a specific audience
Oh, absolutely.
with designs they actually connect with, right?
Think about it.
Okay.
Would you rather buy a pack of 10,000 random designs
Oh, wow.
or a curated collection of 100,
Okay.
specifically tailored to your interests?
Right.
Building a brand around a niche, whether it's vintage motorcycles or quirky cat memes,
Yeah.
could be the key to standing out from the crowd.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the YouTuber also pushed this idea of like
Oh, yeah.
creating a subscription model,
Okay.
sending subscribers new design packs every month
Oh, wow.
for a recurring fee.
Okay.
That seems like a smart way to build a loyal customer base
Right.
and generate consistent income, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The Forbes article actually touched on this in its discussion of dropshipping.
Okay.
Both dropshipping and this digital design model
Yeah.
leverage the power of selling products
Okay.
without having to handle inventory.
Hmm.
But just like with dropshipping,
Yeah.
you need to think about building relationships
Right.
with your customers,
Yeah.
not just treating them like a source of passive income.
Right.
The article emphasizes the importance of things like
Okay.
email marketing and providing excellent customer service.
So even though you're not shipping physical products,
Right.
there's still a lot more to it
Yeah.
than just hitting generate on an AI program.
Exactly.
You need to market your designs,
Yep.
build an audience, and create a brand that people trust and want to support.
Right. And that takes effort strategy.
Yeah.
And a genuine understanding of your target market.
Right.
The YouTube video kind of glosses over those aspects,
Yeah.
focusing more on the easy money angle.
Yep.
But the Forbes article serves as a good reminder that sustainable success in any business, online or offline, requires more than just a quick trick or loophole.
I'm starting to see how these two sources,
Yeah.
even though they're talking about slightly different things,
Right.
can actually paint a more complete picture
Yeah.
of this t-shirt design business.
Yeah, I think so.
The YouTube video gives us the how-to,
Right.
while the Forbes article provides the why and the what to consider.
Precisely.
And by looking at them together,
Yeah.
we can start to tease out the real potential and the potential pitfalls of this method.
Exactly.
This Etsy loophole the YouTuber talks about.
Yeah.
Is it really a loophole or just a clever way to frame what is essentially another form of drop shipping?
Right.
But with digital files.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like they're tapping into the same principles.
Uh-huh.
Low overhead, minimal startup costs,
Yeah.
and the ability to scale quickly. But the Forbes article made it pretty clear
Right.
that those advantages don't guarantee success.
You're right to be cautious.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype of making quick money online,
Yeah.
but the reality is it still takes work just like any other business.
Right.
And in a way, this digital design model
Yeah.
might be even more challenging
Okay.
because you're competing in a global marketplace with potentially thousands of other people
Right.
using the same AI tools
Oh, wow.
and targeting the same niches.
That brings up a point that neither source really addressed.
Oh, okay.
The competition.
Right.
If this method becomes too popular
Yeah.
and everyone starts using AI to generate t-shirt designs,
Right.
won't that drive down the value and
Again.
potentially create a race to the bottom
Yeah.
in terms of pricing?
It's certainly a possibility, and
Yeah.
that's something to consider as we delve deeper into the potential downsides and long-term viability of this model. Let's shift gears a bit and see what the Forbes article has to say about the broader trends shaping the online marketplace.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. The Forbes article paints a fascinating picture of what it calls the creator economy. This whole ecosystem of individuals making a living by producing and selling digital content.
Okay, so how does that tie into?
Well, it got me thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe this t-shirt design method is just one small piece of a much larger trend.
Is the article suggesting that anyone with a laptop
Yeah.
and an internet connection
Right.
can become a digital entrepreneur these days?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
But it also stresses the need for more than just technical skills. The article highlights the importance of finding your niche, building a brand, and cultivating an engaged audience.
So
It's not enough to just create content. You need to connect with people on a deeper level.
So how does someone who's using AI
Right.
to generate t-shirt designs actually do that?
Well,
I mean, it's not like they're showcasing their own
yeah.
like unique artistic talents.
true, but they can still differentiate themselves
Okay.
by focusing on specific niches, curating high-quality collections,
Okay.
and building a brand identity
Okay.
that resonates with their target audience.
Okay.
It's about becoming more than just an anonymous seller of AI-generated designs.
Okay.
It's about creating a persona, a voice,
Right.
a story that people connect with.
You're saying it's almost like becoming a curator
Exactly.
or a tastemaker, even if you're not
Yeah.
the one physically creating the designs.
Think of those social media influencers
Okay.
who've built massive followings
Right.
by showcasing their fashion sense
Yeah.
or their interior design skills.
Uh-huh.
They're not necessarily the ones designing the clothes or
Right.
decorating the homes, but they're curating a style and aesthetic
Yeah.
that people admire and want to emulate.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So in this t-shirt design world,
Yeah.
success might depend on more
Right.
than just the AI tools.
Mm-hmm.
It's about developing an eye for what's trending.
Yep.
Understanding your audience and presenting your designs in a way that's appealing and engaging.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's where the marketing skills that the Forbes article emphasizes come into play.
Okay.
Building an email list, engaging with potential customers on social media, creating compelling product descriptions.
Right.
These are all essential elements of building a successful online business.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you're selling physical products or digital designs.
It sounds like there's a lot more to it than the YouTube video let on.
Right.
But honestly, that makes it even more interesting to me.
Yeah.
It's not just about following a step-by-step formula.
Yeah.
It's about bringing creativity strategy.
Yep.
And a bit of entrepreneurial hustle to the table.
Precisely. Yeah. And that's what makes the online marketplace so dynamic and exciting.
Right.
It's constantly evolving with the new opportunities and challenges emerging all the time.
Right.
The t-shirt design method we're discussing is just one example of how individuals are finding creative ways to leverage technology and build their own businesses.
But let's not forget the flip side of that coin.
Right.
The competition. The Forbes article talks about the importance of standing out in a crowded marketplace.
Right.
And I can't help but wonder if that becomes even harder when everyone has access to the same AI tools.
Right.
And can generate thousands of designs with a few clicks.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it brings us back to a point we touched on earlier, the potential for this method to become oversaturated and drive down prices. If everyone's selling the same generic AI-generated designs, it becomes a race to the bottom, with sellers constantly undercutting each other.
Wow.
To attract buyers.
And in that scenario, the profit margins would shrink.
Right.
Making it much harder to earn a sustainable income.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it could also lead to a devaluation of design itself.
Oh, really?
If AI becomes the dominant force in creating t-shirt designs, what happens to human creativity and artistic skill?
Right.
Does it become irrelevant? Or does it find new ways to express itself and stand out from the algorithmic masses?
That's a pretty deep question.
Yeah.
And one that I don't think either of our sources fully address.
Right.
But it's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially as AI continues to evolve and become more integrated into various aspects of our lives.
It raises some fascinating ethical and philosophical questions about the role of technology in creativity and the future of work.
Okay.
But for the purposes of our deep dive today, let's bring it back to the practicalities of this t-shirt design method.
Right.
What are some of the key takeaways for our listener who might be considering this as a potential side hustle or even a full-time venture?
All right, let's break it down for them.
Okay.
What have we learned from these two sources that can help them make an informed decision?
Firstly, while the YouTube video highlights the potential ease and low overhead of this method, the Forbes article reminds us that success in any online business requires more than just a clever trick or a shortcut.
So don't expect to get rich quick.
Exactly.
Just by hitting a button on an AI program.
Building a sustainable income from selling t-shirt designs or any digital product for that matter, requires treating it like a real business.
Okay.
That means investing time in marketing customer service and building a brand that people trust and want to support.
What else should our listener be thinking about?
Well, we've talked a lot about the importance of finding a niche and creating designs that resonate with a specific audience. That might mean going beyond just using generic prompts for AI image generators and actually putting some thought into what kind of designs will appeal to a particular group of people.
So instead of just churning out designs that say, I love cats or coffee is life, you'd need to come up with something more unique. And targeted like designs for people who love vintage video games or 80s synthwave music.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about understanding your audience and creating designs that speak to their interests and passions. And that might involve a combination of AI tools and human creativity. Maybe you use AI to generate initial ideas, but then you refine those designs, add your own personal touch, and make them truly stand out from the crowd.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not about replacing human creativity with AI. It's about finding ways to use AI as a tool to enhance and amplify your own creative vision.
Precisely. And that brings us to another crucial point.
Okay.
The importance of constantly learning and adapting.
Okay.
The online marketplace is constantly evolving. So what works today might not work tomorrow.
So you can't just set it and forget it, even if you've got a system that's generating sales right now.
Right. You need to stay on top of trends, experiment with new ideas, and be willing to adjust your strategy as needed.
Sounds like anyone diving into this needs to be ready to pivot and learn new things as they go. It's not a passive income stream. It's an active business that demands attention.
You've hit the nail on the head, and that might be the biggest takeaway from our deep dive today.
Okay.
Whether it's selling t-shirt designs, drop shipping, or any other online venture, sustainable success requires treating it like a real business.
So no matter how tempting those make money online fast promises might be, the reality is that it still takes work, dedication, and a willingness to learn and adapt.
Absolutely. And that's why I think it's so valuable to look at these kinds of opportunities with a critical eye.
Right.
The YouTube video we discussed gave us a glimpse into a specific method, but the Forbes article provided a broader context that helped us see both the potential and the challenges.
It's like the YouTube video showed us the trees,
right,
while the Forbes article gave us a view of the whole forest.
That's a great analogy. And sometimes you need that wider perspective to really understand the complexities of a particular opportunity.
Okay, so let's bring it back to our listener.
Okay.
What are some key questions they should be asking themselves as they evaluate this t-shirt design method?
Well, first and foremost, they need to be honest with themselves about their skills, interests, and available time. Do they have the design eye, the marketing savvy, and the entrepreneurial drive to make this work?
And beyond those personal factors, what else should they consider?
Well, they need to think about the competitive landscape. Are they comfortable entering a market that could become increasingly saturated with AI-generated designs? Are they willing to put in the effort to differentiate themselves and build a brand that stands out?
And from a financial perspective, are they prepared to invest the time and resources needed to build a sustainable business? Knowing that profits might not roll in overnight.
They need to go into this with realistic expectations. Understanding that it's a marathon, not a sprint.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's about building something